for a member of the medical profession, the anaesthetist, who should be here any moment, and we will be starting this evening's boxing very shortly. Just to mention, just before the action does start, if you're in the ringside section, there is a private bar down in my left-hand corner, which is for your use. A bar down in the left-hand corner for people in the ringside section. And once again, we will be starting this evening's boxing in just a few moments' time, once the medical professional people are in place.
I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot. Hotter than some boiling water, I bubble the pot. Team full of ballers, baby, we winning a lot. I'm like Curry with the rock when I get to my spot. I'm tapping in, I'm passionate, this is what passion is. This here, nah, this is no accident. From the start to the finish, I'm cashing in. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming. Been poppin', Sports Center from a little I was watching. Spin a bag like I'm Rafa, call that top spin. How could I not win? This is top 10. From the bottom, gotta sniff how the top wins. I sit back, reflect, and do it again. Hardest milli is the first, now we got 10. Talking 10, 10, 10, 10 times 10 and again. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view.
saying, he's just said his cataract's done, hasn't he? Alright. But he still can't see like that yet. So he has to put him on when he's reading.
Testing wants it. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the Hideout here at Farnworth. We have a great night of professional boxing lined up for you this evening, and it's all brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood on behalf of VIP Promotions. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, your steward in charge this evening is Paul Warburton. The referees are Jamie Kirkpatrick from Preston and David Mulholland from Liverpool, and your timekeepers Peter Humphrey from Doncaster and Amjad Ditto from Wakefield. We start your action this evening with a 4-round contest in the Cruiserweight division. So please welcome your first boxer, making his way to the blue corner from Maltby, South Yorkshire, Dale the Dog Callum. And let's hear it for his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Salford, Luke Vaughan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first contest of the evening for 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. The referee for this contest is Jamie Kirkpatrick and your timekeeper Peter Humphrey. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, here is the black and yellow shorts. Official weight 13 stone, 3 pounds, 7 ounces. Tonight he takes part in his 9th professional contest. From Maltby, South Yorkshire, Dale the Dog Callum. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, here's the black and grey shorts. Official weight 13 stone, 2 pounds, 9 ounces. Tonight he takes part in his 4th professional contest. From Salford, Luke Vaughan. 4 3-minute rounds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an evening of boxing here from the Hideout in Farnworth with VIP Promotions. Commentary tonight from Mike Action Gormley, and with me for the first
second bout, round one,
Ryan Bradley. You get the first bout underway. Luke Vaughan in the red corner, Dale Kellum in the blue corner.
Started with intent, Luke, definitely.
Yeah, Luke will be getting looking to get win number 1 under his belt tonight. 3 previous fights, not a win so far. Nice kid, trains hard, you know. So I think he's owed this one tonight, but he's got his work cut out with Dale Kellum.
Yeah, very difficult not to like Luke Vaughan. He's I've kept track of Luke's career, know him well, and he's a very nice guy, and I hope he gets a win tonight.
Yeah, I think, you know, just going off the past with Luke's fight, I think, you know, when we've analysed his fights, we've come myself, Lee Whitehead, who's not here tonight. You know, we've analysed his fights a lot of the time, and it seems to be a little bit of nerves with Luke, really.
Yeah, he never really sits into his flow, does he? I think he tries to get his work done too quick sometimes and gets caught.
Yeah, he just needs to stay switched on, you know. Focus, start just stepping in a little bit more with his shots, having just a little bit more authority.
Yeah, he needs to take his time now to put some pressure on and really take control of this first round.
Yeah, I think he needs to take command of the centre of the ring there. I think Luke, stamp his authority a little bit. Just get that jab working. He's got a nice long jab, good stiff jab.
He's just not utilising it right now, is he? Dale's pushing him back at ease.
Yeah, Luke's just allowing Dale just to get his shots off. He wants to get in his face a little bit more, pressure him a little bit.
Try and shorten his shots down now. He's a couple of times in the exchange, he's just overthrown just a little bit. Right, what you're saying, Mike, he needs to be busy with that jab. He's allowing Dale to clinch by not being as active as he can with that lead hand.
Yeah, I think he's just a little bit hesitant there, Luke. I think he's just waiting for the perfect shot, and just instead of just letting them go, you know, throw the combinations. You throw 2s and 3s, you know, as long as one lands through, it's a scoring shot.
Definitely, he needs to be doing that work instead of looking for that Hollywood shot.
Yeah, not a bad first round there, quite a decent first round, nice and steady. I think hopefully that'll just be a bit of a feel around for Luke, you know, until he feels his way into the fight. So he's getting that first round out of the way, and good round by both fighters there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just hopefully that'll get the nerves out of the way for him, and he can relax into this second round and really put his mark on it.
Yeah, Luke in his corner there with his new trainer Brian Gardner. He's been with Brian for this camp. You know, it's his only fight with Brian, and I believe he's been learning a few different things. Obviously he's been with a couple of different coaches, and he's learned a few things off Brian, so that could be
10 seconds.
That could be a positive thing, and we'll see what happens in the second round.
Yeah, definitely. Brian's really experienced, so hopefully he can
second round, round 2.
Dale started on that front foot again, and he pushing him back against the ropes and really putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. Didn't see that there, Ryan. Was that a low blow or something? I wasn't too sure.
As well.
And this, folks, is why you wear the groin guard, just in case of a bit of a knock in the pre-nuptials.
Yeah, Dale's doing well, doubling up that jab and just putting him back against the ropes there and forcing him to make a mistake.
I mean, I'm sure Dale Kellam will be looking for a win himself. He's not had a win yet in 9 outings, 9 fights, 8 losses, one draw. So he'll be looking for a win himself. But I think Luke needs to step it up a little bit now. Instead of those single jabs, putting 2s and 3s together.
Looking for that
earlier.
big right hand. Yeah, there's no doubt Luke's a very tough man. It's just putting his boxing into action here.
Yeah, he's got the shots. You know, he knows how to throw a jab. He knows how to throw a backhand. He can hook. He can do the lot basically. But like you said, Ryan, he's putting them all together. He needs to put them all together in 2s and 3s. Just vary it a little bit. Work Dale Kellam up and down. You know, work the body a little bit as well instead of just editing all the time.
Taking that head off centre after his exchange as well. He's just leaving himself and getting caught. Luke looking for that overhand right there, having a bit of joy now and again, but that seems to be the main shot he's trying to throw at the moment.
As you can see there, you know, when Luke's throwing his shots, Dale isn't doing much, so Luke just needs to, you know, throw an accumulation of shots. Just work the variety, work him up and down, get him on his back foot.
Absolutely, and like you said earlier, it's bringing his feet in when he's throwing his feet, let him down a little bit. When he's throwing that big right hand, he's taking himself slightly off balance because the feet aren't coming with.
Some big shots coming in from Dale Kellam. Luke needs to be careful. He needs to get out of there and just get back on his jab again. Get in the centre of the ring, get back on his jab.
Looks a little low, that to me, from Dale.
Yeah, I think Luke's making it hard work for himself there. He can make it a little bit easier just by staying tall, staying long, and just stepping in and out and being a little bit more mobile.
Like you said with that snappy jab, if he's a bit more active with the jab, it's going to put Dale on the back foot a little bit more, but he's just not been as consistent enough with it, and it's allowing him in.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're halfway through the fight. I don't know how you see that there, Ryan. I think I'd give Luke edge the first round. I think Dale had a better second round there, so it's a bit of a close one. Obviously, I'm glad I'm not scoring it. It's a close fight. It's a well-matched fight.
Yeah, I struggled to split him in the first round. I think Dale probably the more eye-catching shots in that round, to be fair. Luke just allowed himself to get caught a little bit.
Seconds out, round 3.
I think Luke came to shake hands then, didn't he?
Showed a bit too much respect there, so hopefully that puts a bit of fire in his belly even more from that.
Yeah, I think Dale's having more success with these shots because he's throwing more, basically.
Yeah,
so the more you throw, the more chance you've got of landing on.
1, 2.
I think he just got caught with overhand right. I think it's him on the side at temple there, so it might have knocked his senses a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It didn't look like I didn't think it was a knockdown at first.
The referee didn't count, did he? I didn't see.
No, it looks like the back of the head then.
I think the referee's indicating there he knocked him on the shoulder, but he must have done something for Luke to go over.
Hopefully he's given enough time now to regain his senses ever so slightly.
I mean, if it was a shot, if it was a good shot, you know, on the button to make him go over, then it's a bit of a concern, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think Dale will just come out swinging now.
That's why Luke has to be busy now from the off and not give him that chance to settle and throw that big right hand again.
Definitely gave Dale Kelleher a bit of confidence, that one.
Yeah, definitely. You can see got a bit between his teeth now.
A bit of talking going on between the two lads.
I just feel like Luke has to work them levels. If he has joy with that overhand right, it's working the body as well. You don't want to become predictable.
As you can see with the jab there, you know, it's not a fantastic jab, but when he throws it, he tends to land it.
And it's stiff.
Yeah, and he should throw more of it. He just doesn't follow up after that jab. He throws a single jab and then hesitates.
It seems just very eager to throw that right hand. It's like...
Yeah, as we know, Ryan, your jab's the key, isn't it? You set everything up with the jab with the left hand, and then everything follows after that. If you can't touch him with the left hand, you're pretty much not going to land the right hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think just a little bit too much there for Luke, I think. Yeah, and an overjoyed Dale Kelleher in the corner. Fair play to him.
And so it should be, yeah. It's first win. Obviously, we know as an away fighter they come few and far between, so he needs to really enjoy this. But yeah, I think it was just a bit too much for Luke then, a bit too much strong and a bit too busy. And I think Luke found it a bit too difficult in there with him.
18 seconds, round 3.
Yeah, I think it was the work rate, wasn't it, Ryan? We could tell that from the off, really. He was doing pretty much the right things, but not enough of them.
Absolutely. I think Dale was following up as well with the second attack after his first flurry, and we weren't getting enough of that from Luke.
I think we're just waiting for the MC now to announce the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we receive the official decision, how's about a round of applause for both boxers? Well, referee Jamie Kirkpatrick reaches the count of 10, 2 minutes 18 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout, Dale the Dog Kelleher. And your appreciation once again, please, for Luke Vaughan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next boxer to the ring, boxing out of Farnworth, Jake Price. And let's hear it for his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Wigan, Billy Harvey. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 4 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is David Mulholland and your timekeeper Amjad Ditter. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, he wears the black and white shorts, eviscerate 9 stone, 12 pounds, 8 ounces. Tonight he takes part in his 3rd professional contest. From Hereford, Jake Price. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, he wears the black and pink shorts, official weight 9 stone, 9 pounds, 7 ounces. He brings a perfect, undefeated professional record, 3 victories, no defeats, from Wigan, Billy the Kid, Billy Harvey. 4 3-minute rounds.
So just ready for the start of bout 2. The red
Second
corner,
out,
red corner Billy Harvey, blue corner Jake Price.
Yeah, I've not seen much of Billy before, but he's one of Lee Blundell's, so we know to expect something exciting.
Yeah, he's a typical Blundell fighter, come forward aggressive, nice compact style. Has a good work rate.
He's had a nice baptism of fire with the first 3 fights. I mean, Jake Smith, not the strongest away fighter out there, but his last fight being against Carl Sampson, who's a very tough cookie for anyone.
Yeah, that was a good feather in his cap, that, with Carl Sampson. He's one of those kids you've got to really work hard to beat Carl Sampson. He's a tricky customer, gets on his bike, but yeah, Billy Harvey did a number on him.
It's been quite a frantic start for the pair of them to this.
Yeah, strange career from Jake Price. Made his debut in November 21 Then he fought again in 22, March 22, and his third fight was last week, so he had a bit of a 3-year gap. So yeah, maybe he's on the comeback trail now, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't start like there was no ring rust anyway.
No fat on these two lads, Ryan, so they're in good trim. You know, they must train hard, eat well.
I don't think I've ever been that size. Jake Price has started busily, and it's very, very much like in the first fight with Dale Kellum. You know, these blue corner fighters tonight are coming for aren't coming to make up the numbers by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's good to see this, Ryan. I mean, it's good to see these away fighters, you know, testing these up and coming kids. But I mean, Jake Price himself, he had a draw in his first fight and lost in his second, and then maybe decided that he wanted to go on the road and earn some money. You never know. Yeah,
totally understandable. And might be you've been around the game long enough to know there's certain fighters that you know are going to come and maybe tuck up and just earn the money, whereas others are going to want to come and be a bit more game, and that seems to be the case tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Jake Price is certainly bringing it tonight, and it's testing Billy Hervey so far.
Yeah, he's definitely not having his own way, Billy.
And he did fight last week, Jake Price, so you know, I presume he is in good shape. He does look in fantastic shape. Looks like he's got bags of energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good first round, good exciting first round. Nice exchanges from both lads.
Yeah, definitely. I think Billy just needs to maybe put his mark on the next round a bit, maybe relax into his shots a little more, and just kind of put a foothold into the fight.
Yeah, I guess you didn't expect that from Jake Price to come out that quickly, but a little bit of a baptism of fire for the first round there.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think Billy just needs to settle down now and start picking his shots. I'm sure he's going to get some good advice off Lee Blundell in his corner.
Yeah, definite words of wisdom from Lee. Lives every shot, doesn't he? So he's getting those instructions, and no doubt looking for him to put a real mark on that second round.
Let's see if Jake Price can sustain this pace.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 2.
Certainly not holding back, Price, is he? He's come for a fight. He's not come to just, take his money.
No, definitely. I think Billy started well, but Jake's come straight into it within seconds. What I've been impressed with this fight, and from Dale Kellum earlier, the away fighters are starting to put combination punches, which you don't normally see from many journeymen. That they're putting the shots together and applying the pressure.
No, he looks like he's got a good repertoire of shots there, Price. He's got a nice jab, and he's looks pretty heavy-handed with that right hand too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real one-for-one battle between them at the moment.
It is, yeah. Normally I'd say, normally it'd be probably the same. Hervey just to stand off and box him a little bit. Use his reach, but I think Price has got the advantage of reach there. He's got a nice long stiff jab.
And I think if Billy sits off to try and box him, I think just going to encourage Jake, give him more confidence to come forward.
Exactly, yeah. I think on this occasion, I think Billy just needs to kind of get stuck in a little bit, show a bit of aggression, and try and work a little bit more inside.
Yeah, bite down on that gum shield and turn it into a bit of a fight, really. for me in these exchanges, I think Billy needs to be first. He's allowing Jake just to have that first say, and it's giving Jake that renewed confidence.
Yeah, he's just Billy steps into range, doesn't he? When he's in range, he doesn't throw anything. He just tucks up and then looks for the shot while he's inside.
Yeah, he's leaving his head on centre, and he's been caught a couple of times with a heavy right hand from Jake.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you said there, Ryan. He's coming in, he's heading in a straight line there. He just needs to move his head off line and, maybe slip over and throw a hook to the body, hook to the head, whatever. Just change that sequence of shots.
Yeah, try and break that rhythm that Jake seems to have got himself into in the last couple of rounds.
I think it's another one in fight. I think we said it in the first fight. After 2 rounds, it was a close call, wasn't it? He was winning the rounds, and same again, really. I'm just finding it a little bit difficult to split him. I think if again, rather than sit on the fence, I think Jake's had a little bit more success than Billy has.
Yeah, absolutely. I think again, Lee having some words of wisdom with Billy now, and hopefully brings him out of his. It maybe been a bit tentative in their first couple of rounds and allowed Jake to take a bit of a foothold, gain some confidence, and really put his mark on those first 2 rounds.
10 seconds, corners.
Yeah, I think obviously the pressure.
Seconds out. Round 3.
I think more pressure on Billy, really. We've been the home fighter, let's say. So it's Billy, I think, just needs to step it up a little bit now.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we can underplay that. These away fighters are coming, and it's for a lot of times having a bonus if they can get that win. So they're just coming to box, whereas I think there is that pressure on the home fighters, especially the fans are here. They want to put on a show, and it can stunt them sometimes, put a bit too much pressure. It's how they deal with the pressure.
Yeah, Price is having a bit of success now with that overhand right. I think he's looking for that. I think he's waiting for Billy to throw that jab, and he's throwing the right hand over the top.
Just needs to bring his hands back. When Billy's going in for an exchange, he's leaving his hands low, and that's where Jake's seen his option. Been caught on the way in then. Billy stepped in, like you said, stepping into range, Mike, and just not moving his head. He got caught, not massively, but it was a bit of a warning sign, really.
But again, against any other fight, I think Billy would get away with that. But like we said, Price is looking pretty sharp, isn't he? He's well up from the fight.
I think Billy did the right thing then, just used his feet very well, just got himself just out of range before Jake threw. And Billy's taking a bit of punishment here. No doubt he's a tough kid because he's taking some heavy shots off Jake, and he's not shirking him, but he just needs to be a little more clever, a little busier himself.
Yeah, I think he needs to draw that lead under Jake and then counter it.
It's getting his those shots he's getting caught with. He's getting his head knocked back, which is, I know it's been the referee scoring it, but still. Yeah, clear to see.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned before as well, haven't we, Ryan? The hair has a lot to do with it, doesn't it? When you've got a long fringe and you get touched and it flicks up, Yeah,
fortunately,
it emphasises the punch, but yeah, I know what you're going to say. We don't have to worry about that.
No, we'd be fine if we're in there. They wouldn't know. Now they've just had a bit of lull of the exchanges now. There's the time where Billy's got to be putting the pressure on and trying to take a bit of advantage while Jake's having that maybe a bit of rest and not putting his own amount of pressure on.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Rather than allowing him to have that rest, put it on him. If he's backing off, you can see then that he's trying to take a breather. Step up to him and let your hands go.
I think that was a better round from Billy, but he's got some work to do for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, it's definitely a close round again. I think Billy needs to win this round. I'm not sure how the referee's got it. It is very close, but I think for Billy to win the fight, I think he just needs to win this round for me.
Yeah, he needs to put a mark on this one. He really needs to show what he's capable of in this round to put it out of doubt, really.
I mean, we're pretty fortunate enough, you know. We do have some good referees on our shows, on the local VIP shows, and they do give fair decisions. Some people don't agree with
10
them.
seconds, corners!
You know, but personally, I do think the referees do a good job, and they do make the right
Second
decision.
round for the fourth and final round.
Yeah, I think the majority, there's always the exceptions, you know, and I'll obviously have my own opinions on that, but we're very lucky with the referees that we tend to have on these shows, and a lot in the central area, really.
It's been non-stop action. We have 3 good rounds so far. Fourth round is not disappointing as well.
Definitely, I think it's like you said earlier, Mike. I think Billy's really got to put his own mark on this.
Yeah, I think he just needs to turn the screw now and step it up.
Yeah, he's got less than 3 minutes now to put it beyond doubt of who's going to take the victory.
He's getting caught with some clean shots.
Yeah, I don't think Jake's read the script. Yeah, I think we're coming to the second half of the round. I think that Billy's got to show some controlled pressure, you know, not go all out, but he's got to make it his. This definitely.
Yeah, I think he just needs to step. I think he's just hesitating slightly now. You know, I'm sure he must know it's going to. You know, it's a close fight, and when it is close, you just need to, you know, bite that gum shield and just get stuck in, basically.
Yeah, we love a subjective sport. You know, we're leaving up the options of other people to decide. If you can't stop the fight in the allotted round. So,
you know, I don't think Billy's in any danger of getting landed with a big shot, you know, because they've not shown us anything where they both concussive, but it's very technical, so the unlikelihood of getting hurt in there so much. So I think that's a good reason for Billy to step it up a little bit, put the pressure on him.
Yeah, he's took some clean shots from Jake, and he's showed he's got the toughness in his chin. So, like you said, he's kind of thrown it to the wall a little bit now, and really finishing these last 25 seconds with a real pace and a real mark on it.
I think you'll learn a lot from this, Billy Irving.
I mean, yeah, that and with Carl Sampson, last 2 fights, they're invaluable rounds.
I mean, hopefully, Billy. You know, again, not favouritism, but Billy's a home fighter. You know, we are Manchester lads, so you'd always hope your own, you know, is going to get the win. But we'll leave it to the referee and see what he decides. Very close fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Very competitive close. And very entertaining. So I hope you guys at home are enjoying it.
It's been a fantastic start to the evening, hasn't it? Hopefully the main event pays off just as much.
Referee just totted his scorecard up before we wait for the decision. As I say, either way, you know, win or lose, we don't know the result yet, but win or lose,
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's please have a round of applause for both boxers.
Yeah, as I say, win or lose, good experience that for Billy. You know, so they're all learning
After
fights.
4 rounds of action, your referee David Mulholland scores the contest 39 points to 38 points for your winner, still undefeated, Bill Harvey. And your appreciation once again, please, for Jake Price.
So do you remember what score that fight was then, Ryan?
Yeah, 49-48, wasn't it?
39-48, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit surprised. Billy won it. I wouldn't have disagreed with the draw.
Yeah, I think Jake felt a bit hard done to then. You could see the expression on his face, thought he'd done enough.
Yeah. I think Jake did well. You know, probably as a home fighter. Maybe he got. I don't know. I'm not saying any favouritism anyway. As I say, we have good referees. It's what the referee sees in there. As I say, if anything, I think a draw would have been a fair result. But you know, fair play to Billy. We got the win and still undefeated. So fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's fighting these away fighters. It is an apprenticeship, and Carl Sampson and Jake Price, very different fighters. How they attack the fight, and I just think you've got to learn how to find the key that opens the door, so to speak, as you learn and as you progress.
Yeah, I think the Sampson kind of style. You know, he's one of those. He's on the move. He doesn't want to mix up with you. He doesn't want to have a fight with you.
No.
He'll tip tap and off he'll go. Get on his bike. Jake there.
Yeah,
Jake Price in that previous fight there. He's not one of them kind of fighters, you know. He came to have a fight, he came to have a go, and fair play to him. He's a bit disappointed going away, but you know, it is what it is. That's boxing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. He did very well, you know. Like he was a great, like you said, Mike. I think a draw would have been a fair result. You can't argue with Billy taking the win, but I can also see why Jake might have agreed to not get anything out of the fight then.
Yeah, so just waiting now for our third fight. Local lad from Stretford, Harry Martin, in his second fight tonight. He'll be fighting the experienced Paul Skate.
Welcome to the ring from Sheffield, the Road Warrior, Paul Scaife. And let's hear it for his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Stratford, Harry the Hatchet Martin! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 4 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is Jamie Kirkpatrick and your timekeeper, Peter Humphrey. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, wears the black and yellow shirts. Official weight 10 stone, 3 pounds, 5 ounces. He's a veteran of 56 professional contests. From Sheffield, the Road Warrior, Paul Scaife. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, who has your white and black shirts. Official weight 10 stone, 4 pounds, 10 ounces. He's undefeated in his young professional career. 1 victory from his 1 contest to date. From Stratford, Harry the Hatchet Martin! 4 3-minute rounds.
So good evening, folks. Welcome to the third fight of the evening. Commentary tonight from myself, Mike Captain Gormley, and beside me, Ryan Bradley, head coach with Reese Woods, who will be on later tonight. So we'll be looking forward to that, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. This
Second out,
is my last one of the night with you.
So local favourite here in his second fight of his pro career, Harry the Hatchet Martin, against the experienced Paul Scaife.
Fabulous reception for Harry on his way in. There's got a lot of people here tonight who's going to want to put on a show for him.
Yeah, he's a big ticket seller, Harry Martin, from the previously from the Eccles Amateur Boxing Gym. Head coach Brian Gardner, and his dad in the corner too, Gary Martin.
Started off very well with Paul Scaife, who re-fought on the Jolly Boys earlier this year, and he's a very tough man, but Harry's going to him very early.
Yeah, he certainly put it on him there, didn't he, Harry, from the start? Went straight for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Paul a bit like a rabbit in the headlights, which is surprising being so experienced. But yeah, Harry taking no prisoners early doors.
I don't think Paul Scaife was expecting this tonight.
No, definitely not. He'd be glad to see if he makes it for the next minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, hopefully Harry doesn't blow out. He just needs to settle down a bit and pick his shots now. You know, by the looks of it, he looks a little bit stronger than Paul Scaife, so I don't think there's any concern there.
No, definitely not. Like you said, Dan, I think obviously what we said earlier about home fighters, he wanted to put on a show, but you don't want him to punch himself out early.
Good straight shots there by Martin.
Yeah, it's just good. He's starting to sit back behind the jab now, relaxed a little bit more, and picking his shots nicely.
Gabe coming back now. He's got over that little bit of a storm at the beginning. He's tucking up a little bit more, but he's showing a little bit of aggression himself.
Yeah, but I think Harry knows what he's doing. He's waiting there for the counter. You know, he's not under any pressure really, and he doesn't look like any serious pressure. He's just picking his moment really.
Yeah, I like that little bit of variety there from Harry. 3 or 4 body shots on the trot, so he is mixing it a little bit, head and body. It's nice to see.
He's catching Paul with some heavy shots, managing to keep at range very well as well. I know Paul likes to wants to kind of probably work the clock down as much as he can in most rounds, and Harry's not giving him that chance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about sometimes these away fighters, they don't come and give value for money, and it's not really their job, but we like to see them come and have a go. So looking at sort of Paul Scaife there, he looked a little bit too game for his own good at certain points in that fight there, when he could have just stepped away a little bit himself and took a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, you rarely see that from Paul. I've watched him quite a bit when Reece fought him on the Jolly Boy, so I've watched quite a lot of his fights, and it's not very often he engages like that, and it's surprising with Harry, because Harry can obviously hit. You can see from that first round then, because he had Paul a bit shell-shocked early doors, so maybe Josh Whale having a good chat with Paul in the corner now, giving him the right instructions and to work round this round and really not let Harry have as much joy as he did. He'll be so open.
Corner 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2.
So Harry Martin started off as he finished the last round, you know, all aggressive, come forward, plenty of shots.
Even on the back foot, he's very calculated what he's doing. I've not seen Harry before, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's even when he's stepping back, he's in the ascendancy. It sounds a bit like an oxymoron, but he's always in control.
That's it, he's focused, isn't it? You know, as I say, like the previous fight before, we were urging the previous fighters just to step up a little bit and do a little bit more. Harry's exactly doing that. You don't have to feel like you're trying to encourage him to do something.
No, he's fighting to a rhythm. You can see he's working to a rhythm with everything. Everything's very rhythmic. So when it's rhythmic, it's easy, and he's making it look easy in there.
Yeah, I think, you know, we're only in the second round, but already, I mean, Paul Scaife's earning his money tonight already, as I said.
Yeah, absolutely, tenfold tonight. I think Harry's a very tough customer by the looks of it. Very, very good boxer. So, and he's not giving Paul a second.
He had I think I had about 33, 35 amateur fights, and sort of half and half there. Won half, lost half. So, you know, a bit of a mixed bag for him, but he's certainly taking the professional game by the horns.
As we both know, yeah, they're two very different sports, aren't they? Not everybody can transition. You know, we've seen a couple of examples of people through VIP who can't transition from the big amateur pedigree to the pro ranks, but Harry seems to have done it with ease.
Yeah, you know, he sells a lot of tickets, so I think look, from his sort of psychological point of view, he's got to entertain anyway. People are going to come and watch him. 150 people, I think he sold tickets to, and he's certainly doing that tonight. He's certainly giving them value for money.
I'm really enjoying watching him change levels, head body meticulously. It's a joy to watch. I like the fact as well, he's not throwing everything into every shot. You know, his attacks are calculated. He'll work, and then when he sees the gap, he's really he'll kind of plant his feet and really kind of work, Paul.
Yeah, as you saw there, he was looking for the shots. You know, he saw the body open to the side, then he threw the uppercut to the middle. He is actually thinking about what he's doing and what he's throwing. He's not just throwing those shots. It's nice to see. Fantastic second round. I think I wouldn't say I'm pleasantly surprised, but you know, he's opened my eyes a little bit, Harry. There, you know, with his work rate, I knew he was going to give value for money, but yeah, fantastic first round already, and Paul Scaife is a bit under the cosh at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. I think that confidence that Harry's showing, he doesn't look like a two-fight prospect, and what he's bringing is that being so comfortable. You know, like a lot of young prospects can be a bit overawed, even with, you know, Paul's got a lot of experience, and Harry's making it look as if he's the one in there who's got that more experience, got more knowledge.
Yeah, you're right there. He doesn't look like he's only had 2 fights.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Quite relaxed and quite settled, and he throws his shots quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's, like I said earlier, shot
Seconds
selection
out,
and
round 3.
changing levels is very, very good.
You know, again, all credit to Paul Scaife. You know, he's a game kid. He's a tough kid, but he's walking into shots from Harry Martin. He's actually walking onto them. He just needs to stand away a little bit. If he's not going to work there, Paul Scaife, don't step into range.
Yeah, you don't want to be too tough for your own good, and I think he's a couple of times he's been guilty of that early doors, and he's just got to maybe get on his bike a little bit. I know that might not be in his DNA, but he's just got to vary it up a little bit, because he's taking a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. He's trying to tough it out, isn't he? And it's the wrong fight. If you're going to come forward like that, you've got to throw shots. If you're throwing shots, then it's less chance of your opponent throwing a shot or landing one. If you're not throwing, you're just leaving yourself as a target.
And I think with someone in there who's clearly got a lot of ability, you can't come forward with your hands up. He's just going to give you a barrage of shots, and he's not going to give you a second.
I mean, maybe Paul Scaife's game plan is hoping that Harry Martin punches himself out, but I don't think there's any chance of that. It's a fit kid, Harry Martin. You know, I've watched him in the amateurs as well. He trains hard. He's a nice kid. You know, he's dedicated to the game. I think he lives the game. He lives the life.
Yeah, there doesn't look there's any danger of punching himself out. He looks fresh. Yeah, Harry there working that lead hand, varying up that lead hand, head to body, you know, varying the shots, and he's having a lot of joy against Paul.
Yeah, I think Paul Scaife's just trying to bully him, let's say there, but he's not working. He's not really having any success.
No, and I think it looks like Harry's just he's just teeing him up ready for when he wants to fire the gun, really.
Yeah, well, I think what I'd like to see now of Harry, instead of mixing it now, you know, he stamped his authority, just step off a little bit now and box him a little bit more.
Try and keep him at range and just show show a different part of his game.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah. Just like there, that's the way he needs to do it. Just get him on the end of the jab and get those long shots. So, another fantastic round, though, entertaining so far.
Yeah, I think they've been a bit neck and neck the fights earlier, but I don't think there's any doubt of who's in the ascendancy in this one.
No, I think Harry's still got a ton left in the tank, and typical Paul Scaife, I think he'll just suck it up for this last round and carry on doing what he's doing. But I'm I'm hoping his corner's saying to him, don't be leaning into the short show. Go and have a little walk around a minute.
Yeah, and he's hoping that he takes that on board. If that sees that's what Josh is putting across to him now. but if he takes it on board and doesn't try and tough it out, you know, some men are just, some fighters are just too tough for their own good. I hope that's not the case tonight.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out for the fourth and final round.
So into the final round of a very entertaining contest so far. We had a great 3 rounds. I think Paul Scaife might disagree with that, but I'm sure Harry Martin will be happy with his performance so far.
Yeah, I think we've enjoyed it a lot more than Paul Scaife has. I think Harry's footwork, I've been so impressed by Harry's footwork as well tonight, his movement, when it looks like he's under pressure on the ropes. Just that quick twist, that quick movement, that quick change of angle when he's out, and it's really impressive to see someone who's, well, before this fight, 1-0. I know, like I said about the amateur experience, but it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. His balance is quite good, and his foot position is really good. He's able to just kind of step in, step out, step across.
Yeah, it seems Paul's, well, surprised he's come out and still trying to be as game as he was in the first here.
Yeah, maybe he feels he can get something out of this 4th round now. Paul Scaife, he's putting the pressure on Harry Martin there, trying to pin him in the corner.
We're just over half a round left, you know. Paul doesn't seem to show any signs of backing up.
No, I think it's like Harry's feeling it a bit in this last round, and you know, he don't think he's blown a gasket by any means, but he's certainly feeling it now. Paul Scaife is putting him under pressure.
But it's good to, you know, to see the fight out for Harry and get these rounds in and get this experience of dealing with that pressure.
Yeah, he's dealing with it very well. I think what he just needs to do there is maybe grab hold of Paul Scaife, have a little bit of a breather himself, spin off, and get back to the centre of the ring and get back on his boxing.
Yeah, he doesn't look in any kind of real danger, Harry. It's just like you said, he's got to maybe just take the centre of the ring, step back behind the jab, and finish the fight strong from his side, and without, you know, not let Paul have his own way.
Yes, Paul Scaife's having a little bit of success in this round. He needs to move his head a little bit more though. He's still getting caught with a few
definitely
decent shots by Harry Martin.
Using his head as a battering ram. I think for me at this point in time it's still Harry's round, but it's the best round Paul's given to us tonight.
Yeah, I think another entertaining fight. Sure, the fans will give both fighters a good round of applause after this one.
Yeah, definitely. The strong ending. They both empty the tank.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys at home who are watching the VIP promotion will certainly be entertained by that one, and obviously the previous 2 fights. So far I've had 3 decent fights, and I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind who's won that one.
Hopefully the other half of the card shows, if it shows half the excitement as the first half, it'll be a fantastic night of boxing.
So we're just waiting for the formality now. As I say, I'm pretty sure we know who's won that one. But again, Ryan, we talked about early on, these journeymen who come and sometimes they run around the ring and they don't test these young prospects. There's no doubt Paul Scaife, every time he fights, he does that. Again, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he just
once
gives
again, ladies and gentlemen, let's please show a round of applause for both boxers. After 4 rounds of action, your referee Jamie Cup had to excuse the contest 40 points to 37 for a winner, and still undefeated, Harry the Hatchet Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next boxer to the blue corner from Chatham, Kent, Tatenda, Tiflas Mangambe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring from Stockport, Jack Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce the boxers, let's have a round of applause for the legend that is Ricky Hatton in the ring tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 6 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division, brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is David Mulholland, and your timekeeper, Amjad Ditter. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, who wears the blue and white shorts. Official weight 9 stone, 10 pounds, 5 ounces. Tonight he takes part in his 16th professional contest. Boxing out of Chatham, Kent, via his home nation of Zimbabwe, it's Tatenda Tiflas Mangambe. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, who wears the grey and black shorts. Official weight 9 stone, 7 pounds, 11 ounces. He's a former 2 times national amateur champion, undefeated in his professional career, 7 victories from 7 contests. From Stockport, Jack Murphy. 6 3-minute rounds.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th bout of the evening. Commentary from myself, Mike Action Gormley, with a co-commentator beside me. New professional, Yosef Saeed. Welcome, Yosef.
Good evening from Farnworth.
So yeah, we have Jack Murphy in the red corner, Tatenda Mangambe in the blue corner. So it's a bit of a step up tonight for Jack.
Yeah, really looking forward to this fight. Doesn't mind calling an upset, does he, Tatenda?
No.
He actually beat one of my amateur stablemates, Lewis Wood.
Yeah, I think of that period. 3 fights in that period within 6 months when he beat Lewis. He had 2 wins and a draw. Not won since that little period. Bit of a height difference tonight. Jack Murphy, nice tall kid, lean. Both lads looking fantastic shape.
Very awkward customer, Tatenda, isn't he?
He is, yeah. As we know, Jack It's a nice sharp, straight punches he throws. Quick hands. Not had a stoppage yet in 7 wins. But, you know, what he lacks, I suppose, in power, in the big shot, he makes up for in speed and his skill.
Bit of a cagey first round so far.
Yeah, Jack in his 8th fight tonight, and Tatunde in his 16th fight.
Very nice with his range, Jack.
Yeah, he's a bit of an awkward customer, isn't he, Joseph?
Yeah.
This young Tatunde Magumbi.
Yeah, I think he could give anybody troubles, to be honest with you. I think I'd like to see Jack keeping him behind his jab, using his range.
Yeah, he's a good thinking fighter, Jack. As I say, a little bit of a step up for him tonight in his opponent Magumbi. Nice jab there. Good first round by Jack Murphy.
Yeah.
Magumbi goes back to his corner with a big smile on his face, so he's certainly happy with his first round. I don't think he won that first round, Magumbi, but he's quite happy with his performance in that first round. But yeah, decent start from Jack Murphy. His first round out of the way, so that's the cobwebs off for the start of the fight. As the MC said earlier in his announcements, Ricky Hatton in his corner there, the legendary Ricky Hatton, so he'll be getting some really good advice and tips from Ricky.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 2.
He's very patient, Jack Murphy. So he's a good thinking fighter. Doesn't waste much.
So what advice would you be giving, Mike, to Jack Murphy right now? How do you beat somebody that is very awkward and sits on the back foot like Tatenda does?
Basically, I'd be getting him to draw his lead, be fighting the shots, sort of harbour step in, draw Magumbi to him, and then throw the counter. A few more feints. Jack has got the hand speed, but as we know, Magumbi, he's a little bit tricky. He's a little bit unpredictable. Holds his head a little bit high, Magumbi, so that's something for Jack to look out for. There's a lot of target there. See, that's better from Jack there. He's feinted the shot and Magumbi hesitated a little bit, but Jack just didn't let that shot go after the feint.
So I watched Josh Holmes' fight against Tatenda when he stopped him. I think it was the 4th round, and he literally just forced the pace on him. Very big punch at Josh. Could we see Jack doing that tonight?
Yeah, you know, Magumby looks comfortable, doesn't he? Even though he isn't throwing much, he does look comfortable. Jack's just hesitating a little bit. And probably exactly what you're saying there, Joseph. You know, Josh Holm did put it on him. He didn't give him time to work. He was just on him and letting his shots go.
Oh, good shot. Oh, good shot again.
Yeah, I think what Jack should be waiting for when he switches stance, especially when he switches to the southpaw stance, as soon as he sees him change stance, and drop the right hand in, drop that back hand in. Another good round by Jack. I think he's still trying to work him out though.
Yeah.
Same Magumby is a little bit awkward. But we have got 6 rounds, second round, third round coming up, so still got time for Jack to start picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, I do think he's got another couple of gears in him.
These are the kind of fights, you know, these up and coming prospects need really. Probably saying to yourself, Joseph, you know, you don't want someone who's just going to stand in front of you where you can tee off on them basically.
Oh, yeah.
You want someone who's a little bit awkward to make you think a little bit.
10 seconds,
Work
guys.
up. That obviously benefits you in the long run. If it's a hard fight, it's a hard fight.
Seconds out.
These are the fights you learn from.
Round 3.
Great shot. Really picking his punches, Jack. Doesn't seem to be bothering to tender yet.
I think this is the chance now for Jack to do something. When as I say, when Montgomery switches southpaw, I think Jack needs to step on him then. Because Montgomery, you know, he does seem to be your standard orthodox fighter.
Yeah.
So when he does switch, I suppose it's in his more uncomfortable position. For me, when a boxer changes stances, you know, let's say if they're an orthodox boxer and they change to southpaw, for me they're doing that because things are not quite working for them.
Yeah.
In the orthodox stance, so that's when you've got to put it on them basically, get them in an uncomfortable position.
Bit of footwork from Tatenda.
Yeah, he's just trying to get into Jack's head there a little bit, a bit of kidology. Trying to mess around a bit and frustrate Jack. He's talking to him now.
Like to see Jack forcing the pressure now.
Yeah, he's just hesitating a little bit much, isn't he? I know, you know, Jack. For me, Jack is more of a counter puncher, but I think in these kind of fights, he needs to pressure Montgomery. Yeah, I remember when he fought Lewis, Joseph, and he pretty much did exactly the same thing, but he nicked the fight, didn't he? He was pinching punches. He was just nicking the rounds by doing what he's doing now, basically. But you know, Jack is still winning the fight. Jack's having more success, but I just think he needs to put it on him a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Jack's still in I'd probably say like second gear.
I think he's just been a little bit hesitant, you know, because of Montgomery's awkward style, which I suppose you can't blame him. And maybe it is because he's only 2 rounds gone, you know, we've still got a long way to go in the fight.
Seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 4.
Round 4. Nice jab from Jack. You might have heard us. Stepping it up a little bit now.
Yeah, you know, hopefully he can continue that because he has success, doesn't he? You know, there you go. Great again. Job. So when he does actually throw it, you know, he just actually step on the gas a little bit and step forward. He has success. I think he just waits a little bit too long for me.
Great shot.
He is quite slippy, Montgomery, but he's not got the hand speed of Jack Murphy. Jack must be thinking, stand still while I just land one.
Very slippery, innit?
Very slippery, yeah. A tricky customer. I think Jack's just got to back him up though and try and back him up on the ropes and then let his hands go. Obviously, easier said than done if you're not in there.
I do think Tatenda's probably one of the best road warriors for that weight, to be honest with you. Just looking at his style, he's actually a really good boxer.
Yeah, I mean, technically he's pretty good, isn't he? He's quite slippy, elusive. Does cause his opponents problems, as Jack's finding out at the moment. Better work from Murphy.
Great shot from Jack.
I think Montgomery's happier going back to his corner. Not that he's won the round, but he's happy with his performance.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jack feels a little bit frustrated with, you know, what he's got in front of him and what he's got to deal with. But yeah, it's learning, isn't it? You know, these are the fights you've got to have if you want to get to the top. You want to gain the experience, you've got to fight these kids and you've got to beat them. He's steady from Jack, you know. I like the way he's been patient. I still think, though, he could just step it up a little bit more and put a little bit more pressure on Montgomery.
I think that was the best round so far from Jack.
Ten seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 5.
Round 5. I think Jack's success is coming from his counters. Ooh, great shot.
It's a nice backhand there from Jack. Not sure he's had a bit of a pep talk between rounds there, Murphy, but he certainly looks like he steps up a little bit. Yost, what do you think?
The right hand keeps landing. Still very slippery to tender. Talking to each other.
Yeah, I don't think Jack's going to fall for that. Hopefully he won't lose his temper a little bit. You know, just stick to the game plan. I'm sure he knows what Mungumbi is all about. I'm sure he's seen his fights. He's had a look at him, you know, to see what he does and get an idea of what he's in with. He certainly knows what he's dealing with at the moment. And it's a tricky question. Nice left hook.
To tender fires back.
He's not hiding, Montgomery, is he? He's certainly making a fight of it. He looks quite ambitious.
He's coming forward now.
I was just about to say that then. He seems to be been backing Jack up a little bit there. He was getting Jack on his back foot. Certainly an entertainer, Mugambi.
This is what we love to see.
Yeah, I think he finished. He finished around well there, Mugambi, didn't he?
Yeah.
Again, you know, I don't think there's any sense he would have won that round, but as I say, he's certainly making a go of it. He's not letting Jack have it all his own way. I'm sure Jack's wondering what he's got in front of him again. So, final round coming up of another entertaining fight this evening. Our fourth fight of 6. I'm sure you'll stay with us. So Mungami in his corner, looking quite relaxed, Yost.
He does.
You know,
10 seconds, corners!
These kids certainly earn the money. Mungami earns his money. He entertains. He puts on a
Second
show.
round for the 6th and final round.
So a little bit of respect by both lads at the end of that round. A little bit of a hug.
Jack starting off really strong again. Fires that right hand. Lands every time. And that left hook.
Yeah, he just doesn't throw enough, Yost, does he, really? A lot of sort of single shots, looking for the power all the time. As I say, he's got the hand speed. He can afford to throw his shots in combinations. Probably no more than 3, because as we said, Mugambi is quite elusive. It's Mangumba that's on the front foot again, Joseph.
Yeah.
He seems to be
Seems to fancy it, doesn't he?
one who's trying to control the fight, yeah.
Ooh.
I think it's, you know, Jack has having the better quality of shots are coming from Jack.
Last minute of the round. Both seem to have stepped it up.
I'd like to see Jack just finish nice and strong now.
Yeah.
Just stepping up a little bit. Try and back Mangumbi up now. Get him up, get Mangumbi on his back foot. Lovely left hook again. Like I said, better quality of shots coming from Jack Murphy. But you know, great performance by Mangumbi.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this fight.
Very entertaining. I'm sure everybody at home's enjoyed it.
Most definitely.
Ooh, lovely back on there. Certainly spurred Mangumbi on there.
I think both fighters gave a good account of themselves then.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's strangely enough, I think that's one of Mangumbi's best performances. I've seen him. I think I've seen him that's about the third time I've seen him now. It's probably the best performance I've seen of him. I don't think he won any of the rounds, by the way, but you know, he did give a good account of himself.
Yeah.
But again, better quality boxing from Jack Murphy. Technically very, very good, and he'll be definitely glad to get that one put to bed. So we're just waiting for the ref to tot his scorecard up and the formalities by the MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, the referee David Mulholland scores the contest 59 points to 56 points for a winner, still undefeated, Jack Murphy.
59-56, so
And your appreciation please for Tatenda Mangumbi.
So he won a round, Mangumbi, and he drew one. So fair play to him. You know, he did come to I think he came to win, but you could tell the difference in class between himself and Jack Murphy.
Yeah.
So yeah, another win under Jack Murphy's belt. Goes to 8-0. Onwards and upwards for him, and look forward to seeing him next time out. And also look forward to seeing Mangumbi again. He's quite an entertaining character. So how's things going with you, Joseph? How's your training going?
Yeah, really good. I'm actually fasting today, funnily enough. So
Is it your last day today, is it?
it's the last day,
Ramadan?
yeah. So Eid Mubarak to everybody watching, celebrating Eid tomorrow.
How's your weight doing then? Your weight must be good.
To be honest, yeah, it's been alright. I've been training still, but I know my limits. Obviously, not being able to eat I can't go at it too hard, but I'm expecting to be out within the next, say, May time, April, May.
Yeah, so Mr. Yosef Saeed, 3-0 at the moment. Hopefully looking forward to his 4-0 next time out. That should be soon, as I say, on VIP promotion. So stay tuned in and follow Yosef's career. A very talented young man. You know, he's a good prospect, and we all hope for big and better things for him. He's a great amateur. Served his time. How many amateurs did you have, Yosef?
I lost count. I probably
about
had
70, was it?
Yeah, around 70, I think.
About 70, yeah. So down at the Bridgewater Club with Mr. Lee Whitehead. Again, Mr. Lee Whitehead, he can't be with us tonight. I'm sure he's tuning in. So if you are top off, tuning in. Hope you're having a good time. Look forward to seeing you back soon, back in the gym with all the kids. Keeping them under manners, looking after them like you normally do. I'm sure they'll be missing you. So yeah, hopefully you're having a good time. But yeah, our next fight will be fight number 5, Lennox Lithgow against the very experienced Eric Omar Lopez. So that should be a good test for Lennox Lithgow. One of the Wigan camp, Lee Blundell's camp.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have an international featherweight contest. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner from Mexico, Eric Omar Lopez. And please welcome to the red corner from Wigan, Lennox Lithgow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our penultimate contest of the evening, a 6 3-minute international featherweight contest, brought to you courtesy of Steve Ward for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is Jamie Kirkpatrick, and your timekeeper, Peter Humphrey. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, wears the black and gold shorts, official weight 9 stone even. From 42 professional contests, he brings 16 victories and 2 draws. 10 of his 16 wins come by way of knockout. From Mexico, Eric Omar Lopez. And introducing across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, was the white and silver shorts. Official weight 8 stone, 12 pounds, 1 ounces. He brings a professional record of 10 victories, 1 defeat, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. From Wigan, Lennox Lithgow. 6 3-minute rounds.
So 5th bout of the evening between Lennox Lithgow in the red corner, Eric Omar Lopez in the blue. Myself, Mike Action Gormley for commentary for this bout, and my co-commentator.
Second bout, round 1.
Yosef Saeed.
You know, Lee Whitehead's trademark, boom boom shake the room. Are we allowed to say that, or is that copyright?
I think it's copyright. That I think he'll have us for that one if we do that. I don't think his fans would be very happy as well if we nick that one. His entourage out there. So Lennox Lithgow, another of the Lee Blundell camp. So Lee Blundell's second fight of the night. We're looking to do a number on Eric Omar Lopez to make it 2 out of 2 for the Blundell camp. Tough little customer, Eric Omar Lopez. Seen him a few times.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times too.
43rd fight tonight. He did have 16 wins out of his first 22 fights, so he had a really good record when he started off. As you'll probably notice, you know, as the fight goes on, he's quite a durable character. 10 stoppages in them 16 wins. Well, Lennox Lithgow, tough kid himself, another aggressive fighter at the Blundell camp. He's a come forward fighter, aggressive, nice style. Tucks up nice, always working behind that jab, that left hand. Only got 3 stoppages on his record, Lennox. I'm going to say only 3, he's been in with some good kids.
Yeah.
With some good experience in his previous 10 fights.
I believe me and Lennox actually shared an opponent in Jake Smith. My debut.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. I think Lennox is a little bit lighter than you. I think he was giving a little bit of weight away that night.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, Jake did everyone a favour and stepped in. I think we lost the opponent for Lennox Lithgow that night. So, you know, Jake did step up to the plate and stepped in, so fair play to Jake Smith. But yeah, it was a good win for Lennox Lithgow that night.
Bet there was a big size difference in that fight.
There's a bit of a height difference tonight, Yost, in this one, isn't there? Little compacts, there's like a little dynamo, little mighty atom. He reminds me, and he always has them when I've seen him. You won't remember him, and a lot of fight fans out there probably will. The kid from Bury. Just gone right off my head now. I forgot his name, it will come to me in a second. The mighty atom from Bury.
No idea.
Answers on a postcard. A.D. Lewis. Yeah, A.D. Lewis from Bury.
Yeah, might have been out of my time, that Mike.
Yeah, it was just before you, the day of me when myself and Top Off were boxing. That was when little A.D. Lewis was on the scene. Cracking little fighter. So yeah, good performance there. First round, Lennox Lithgow kept to his boxing, nice and steady, good straight shots, nice and compact. Eric Omar Lopez trying to get Lennox on his back foot. He's a come forward fighter, quite aggressive. Probably not, you know, not as good as he was back in his early days when he had those 16 wins.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Decided to take the journeyman route, but you know, here he is, still going, giving these young kids a test.
Seconds out, round 2.
think Lennox needs to keep that right hand up a little bit. He's been caught a couple of times there with a left hook from Lopez.
I think he needs to keep his range as well. Comes in with these looping hooks, Eric.
Yeah,
quite efficient.
I think that's a little honey punch. That is that left hook over the top. As I said earlier, you know, he must have been good in his day and a bit of a handful. I think he actually fought for a couple of decent titles early on in his career. But he obviously, you know, decided that he could go on the road and earn a lot more money than he could, you know, back from when he was in Mexico.
Yeah.
As we know, Jos, and the Joe probably know anyway, look at the professional game. It's a fine line whether you can earn some decent money.
Yeah.
If your face kind of fits, sometimes you know you'll go on to earn big things, and if it doesn't, you sort of fall below that line. And it's hard work trying to earn some money out of this game. But you know, these kids, these tough journeymen, they certainly earn the money. They certainly have tonight. The four previous fights we've seen, all competitive. All these away fighters have come to give it a go.
Yeah.
And come to give these, as I say, these prospects, these up-and-coming fighters a test. Well, I like Lennox Lithgow. He's a nice steady performer. He's patient, doesn't waste much. But again, just for me, just those hands are a little bit tighter, especially with an experienced customer like Lopez. Ooh. Left hook again, he got caught with the left hook again. I think Lennox needs to be careful, you know, he doesn't need to prove he's a tough kid. We know that anyway, we know he can have a fight, we know he can take a shot. I don't think he needs to, I think he just needs to stand that, you know, half a step away, keep his distance and keep it at long range.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said before, Joseph. Wild shots from Lopez.
Great second round by Lennox.
Yeah, he's sticking to his game plan, Lennox. He's sticking to his boxing. Does everything quite well. You know, he's still early in his career. He's still learning on the job, which you always do in the boxing game, in any game really. You know, if you're dedicated to your sport or to your job, whatever, you never stop learning. It always makes you better. You've got to learn. You've got to listen. Omar Lopez, done this many times before. As I say, 43rd fight tonight. He's had more victories in those 43 than Lennox has had professional bouts.
Corners, 10 seconds.
So he does just say a step up in class for Lennox, but so far he's handling it well.
Yeah.
Seconds out, round 3.
So, third round of 6. Just got to keep it there, Lennox. Just keep that distance. He's got the advantage. He's got the height advantage. He's got the reach advantage. He doesn't need to be too close.
Very accurate punch at Lennox, isn't he?
Yeah, technically he's very good. He's punching out correct. As I said earlier, he doesn't waste much. Oh, good exchange of shots by both lads. Both landed, had a bit of success. But again, Lennox he's just patient, just being patient. It's always hard, though. You always lose power punching down.
Downwards, yeah.
Yeah, he just said earlier, he loves those overhand lefts and rights. He had success a lot with the left before, and then I think he had a little bit of success just a few moments ago with the right.
I want to see Lennox get behind his jab again and just keep that range. He doesn't have to get any closer. You know, Eric's the much smaller fighter, so doesn't need to let him get any closer.
Yeah, I think he could just be a little bit long with that jab. No, so he just gets like a full extension on it, left and right, straight shots.
Good little exchange there from both.
Yeah, another good round, another entertaining round. I think that's 2 under the belt for Lennox Lithgow. I don't think there's any argument with that. Probably 3 under the belt, not 2. So far, 4 entertaining fights previous to this one. We're already in the 5th, and you know, the momentum continues. Hope you're all enjoying it at home.
You'll do that.
Being entertained.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 4.
Round 4.
So a little bit of respect again at the beginning of the round there, touch of gloves, which is always good to see. It's been no nastiness so far in this bout. I don't think you would ever see that with Lennox Lithgow. He's a nice kid, but one of those, I think the red mist comes down when he comes into the ring. He's a different kid altogether. He just switches on and gets his boxing head on. Lopez fancies this. He's putting a little bit of pressure on Lithgow now.
Yeah. Confidence seems to have grown.
Yeah, I don't know if the corner's seen something, and because he was having a little bit of success with them overhand shots, wasn't he, early on? So maybe his corner's told him basically, you need to step it up a little bit and throw a few more of those. Lennox not phased at all, though. He's still got his same poker face on that he had from the first bell.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lennox before, Yost?
I've not actually seen him fight before, no.
Yeah, he's very, very good in the technically wise. He's very good, patient.
Really fancies it, Lopez, this round, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was just about to say there's been a bit of a lull in the action there, and then Lopez just kind of stepped on the gas a little bit. I think he was having a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
I think he put so much into the start of the round early on. But he certainly knows he can get to Lennox Lithgow. So yeah, he had a little bit of success there, didn't he, Omar Lopez, in the fourth round?
Definitely towards the end, yeah.
I don't think he hurt Lennox Lithgow in any way, but you know, you've still got to be careful. You don't want to be taking too many shots, because if the rounds are close, then the referee obviously looks at the things and he always remembers like the last thing that happens in the round.
Yeah.
So. But Lennox is consistent. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing. I'd like to see him throw the backhand a little bit more. He's pouring with the jab, he's touching him with the jab, and then just land a few more big shots after that.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
So round 5 of 6. Again, another entertaining contest so far. Certainly Omar Lopez making it competitive. He's making Lennox work and think.
I think Lennox needs to stay out of the corner, stay off them ropes.
Yeah, he's been backed up a couple of times, hasn't he? Doesn't look in any trouble really, but he's been backed up, and again, as I said, that's how he's having his success, Lopez.
Yeah, and he throws in punches and bunches.
Tough, isn't it? You just look at him, Lopez, and it's...
Doesn't stop, does it?
No, it's just like hitting probably like punching a medicine ball. A medicine ball with legs. Needs to be careful, Lennox. He throws that left hook and he brings it back and he just drops it to his waist there. Just the opportunity for Lopez to throw that overhand right.
I think it's been a better round for Lennox today. Yeah, this round, sorry.
Yeah, I think Lopez is just trying to draw Lennox in there. He's trying to draw his lead and then counter.
He might have heard what I said. He seems to have stepped it up now.
I'd like to see Lennox throw more combinations. He tends to throw a lot of single shots. He's setting everything up with that left hand. You know, he's touching and touching, and you're hoping he throws something big afterwards. You know, follows it up. You always feel, you know, he's got another gear. He can just step on the gas a little bit and go through the gears a little bit more. But for one thing, he's consistent. Yeah. Another good round. Yeah, I'm sure there's no doubt in anybody's mind. Lennox is, I think, for me anyway, I think it's 5 rounds up. I suppose you feel the same, Yost?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm not trying to sway you anyway, but obviously what we're seeing, it's been a good performance by Lennox Lithgow. He's controlled the fight pretty much, but you know, Omar Lopez, he's had a bit of success himself, but not quite enough to win any rounds.
Yeah.
He is definitely making it competitive though. So final instructions for both lads coming out for the final round, round 6. Of what's been a entertaining fight so far.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out for your 6th and final round.
Starting fast, Eric, to the round.
Lovely short right hand there from Lennox, but you know, he is taking some.
Good little exchange from both then. I think the clearer shots looked like they were coming from Lennox though.
Yeah, you know, Lopez having some success, but he can't sustain the attacks.
Oh, good body shot from Lopez.
But I think that's, you know, the call for Lennox Lithgow then. When Lopez when he does stop throwing, when he's had that little bit of success, he does stop throwing. I think Lennox just needs to step on him then and let his hands go a little bit. Because Lopez just takes a little bit step back and have the breather, just like he's doing now. I like the way he just throws that nice little short right hand up the middle there, Lennox. You know, when Lopez just leans in a little bit. That left up as well, he whips it in like there, just a little touch for that left up, but he certainly whips it in.
Very tough, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think, you know, with him being a talker, you'd think he'd like to just stand on the outside and box, but, you know, I think he's one of them kind of fighters. He likes to have a little bit of a scrap. He likes to be in the mix, because he's a tough kid. I think he likes to show that he is tough, you know, and he can have a fight. A couple of lovely body shots there by Lithgow. It's a good learning fight for him tonight though. He's again another good one, good experience. He needs to stay switched on. He needs to stay switched on though. Again, though, you know, those shots are not really hurting much, but he doesn't need to be taking those. Great finish to the round, but another fantastic contest.
I enjoyed that one too, to be honest.
Yeah, Eric Omar Lopez, so I'm sure you guys are watching at home, you'll have seen him before. He's give value for money, he certainly earns his money, a tough little character. But, you know, I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind who won that one tonight.
Yeah.
Good performance by Lennox. I think he'll take a few things away from that one, you know. Go back to the drawing board a little bit, sit down with his coach Lee Blundell and sort of analyse the fight, what he could do better. So, just waiting for the MC's announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please once again have a round of applause for both boxers. After 6 rounds of action, your referee Jamie Kirkpatrick's scorecard reads 57 points to 57 points. We have a draw.
Bit of a controversial one.
Yeah, I think very controversial. It was an entertaining fight, and Eric Omar Lopez had a lot of success in there, but do you know what? I don't know. Maybe you could have given him a couple of drawn rounds, but I don't really think he won. I don't think he won a round. But hey, referee scores a fight. It is subjective. It's what you see, what you like. I'm sure you people at home will have your own thoughts on that. Put in the comments, in the comments box, see what you think, whether you agree, you don't agree. But I think Lennox will take a lot away from that anyway. He has given it a draw. He will take a lot away from that. As I said at the end of the fight before the result, they'll go back to the sort of, when they get back to the gym or wherever, they can go and analyse that fight and see what Lennox, I'm not saying necessarily did anything wrong, but what he could do better.
Yeah, I'd maybe say just use your range a little bit more, but
I think he just got involved a little bit much, didn't he? But as I say, that's his style. That's what he likes to do. But as he moves up in levels, then that's what he's got to deal with, and he's got to learn not to get involved too much and use his boxing skills. So, coming up shortly will be our final bout of the evening. Will be between Leon Entwhistle from Bolton, Rhys Woods from Stockport. This will be our main bout. Should be a good competitive bout. Leon Entwhistle just starting his pro career. His 4th fight tonight, 2 wins, 1 draw, no losses yet. Rhys Woods, 7 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. And Rhys will be looking to get a win tonight, which will kind of put him back on springboard to bigger things. He's already fought for a Central Area title, Rhys Woods. But he'll be looking to get back up there. And Entwhistle trying to move on up the ladder, so it should be an entertaining fight. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for our final contest of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner from Stockport, Rhys Woods. And please welcome to the red corner from Bolton, Leon Entwhistle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is your main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Brought to you courtesy of Steve Wood for VIP Promotions. Your referee for this contest is David Mulholland and your timekeeper Amjad Ditter. Introducing first, boxing out of your blue corner, who has the black and white shirts. Official weight 10 stone, 8 pounds and 2 ounces. He brings a professional record of 7 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw, 1 win coming by way of knockout. From Stockport, Rhys Woods. And opposing him across the ring, boxing out of your red corner, was the white and gold shirts. Official weight 10 stone, 9 pounds. He brings an undefeated record from 3 contests, 2 victories, 1 draw. From Bolton, Leon Entwhistle. 6 3-minute rounds.
So good evening, folks. If you just tuned in, and if you have just tuned in, you've missed 5 cracking bouts previous to this one. Final bout of the evening, 6 rounds between Leon Entwhistle in the red corner, Rhys Woods in the blue corner.
Seconds out, no one.
Myself commentating tonight for this final bout, Mike Action Gormley, alongside me, young prospect Yosef Saeed.
Sub-Zero, Saeed.
Sub-Zero, sorry, Sub-Zero.
Get it right, Mike. I'm a 3-0 professional, don't make it 4-0.
I've been told. So we've got the up-and-coming prospect, Leon Entwhistle, 2 wins, 1 draw out of his 3 previous contests. Rhys Woods, 7 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Looking to get back on the platform to bigger things, as I said earlier, has fought for the central area title. But has some good experience, been in with some good kids.
Really excited for this fight. You know, and respect to Leon for taking this fight because, you know, he's very early on in his career. He's had 3 fights. He doesn't have to take this fight. He could have fought a journeyman, but he wanted to step it up, and fair play to him. And these are the fights that we all love to see. 50-50 fights. I wish that more prospects would just get in there and, you know, fight each other.
Yeah, I think you just got to have a bit of confidence in your own ability, really, you know. I suppose nobody really wants to take an easy fight or, you know, get handed the win. But yeah, this is what we've done tonight. We've had some cracking bouts tonight, all good, well-matched contests. So all credit to Mr. Steve Lillis, matchmaker. And a big thanks to Mr. Steve Wood for putting on a VIP promotion. So you see both guys, Entwhistle, orthodox boxer. Rhys Woods, southpaw, so a little bit of a clash of styles. So far it's been quite a clean opening few minutes.
Yeah.
Nice footwork and head movement from Leon Entwhistle. It's nice and relaxed. Woods looking focused. Good first round.
Yeah.
You know, both guys engaging, nobody's shying away.
No, I struggled to score that one, to be honest with you, mate. Couldn't pick them both apart.
Yeah, I think we might have to sit on the fence that one. I mean, I'm looking at the scorecards tonight, and you know the referees. It's anybody's round that really. It just depends on what referee Dave Mulholland makes for that one. As I say, it's all subjective. What you might see at home, what you might think is which fighter's on top. Sorry, it depends on what the referee thinks.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 2.
So out for round 2 of 6. Entwhistle trying to be aggressive, coming on the front foot. Had a little bit of success, but I don't know if that'll play into Reese Wood's hands. You know, coming forward.
So I believe the man that beat Leon in his first loss was a southpaw. And he's up now against a very tough, tricky southpaw and Reese. I'd like to see how he copes with him.
Yeah, who's that? Nathan Darby?
Nathan Darby, yeah.
Yeah, that was a draw, that one, Yos, I think.
Or was it?
Yeah. So he's had two wins. The draw, I think he drew against Darby, I think. Hopefully I'm not mistaken when I say that.
No, I think you're right, to be honest.
Yeah, Nathan Darby, another tricky customer. He doesn't shy away from a fight. He's a journeyman, but an awkward one at that.
You know, Reese is really not giving him any time to think here.
No, he's standing his ground a little bit, isn't he, Reese? And as soon as Leon comes in, he's letting his hands go, which is the right thing to do. He's not hesitating. You've got to be throwing shots. If you're in range, let your hands go. If you're not letting your hands go, you should take that half a step back, just step out of range.
Yeah, it's not looking comfortable.
No, I think Reese Woods prefers this. He prefers to make more of a fight of it. He's prepared to dig in and grind it out. I think it's a good round there for Reese Woods. To say the first round was a little bit of a close round. And for me, I think Reese had a little bit more success in that second round.
Yeah.
I think Leon needs to box a little bit more. You know, just try and keep the fight long. think when he comes close to Reese Woods and tries to have a bit of a fight with him, I think it's a little bit of his undoing that really. I think he just needs to box a little bit more. He's quite slick, he's got good footwork, he moves his head well, he's got a good selection of shots. Reese is the kind of kid, you know, he'll grind it out, he'll try and wear you down.
Yeah.
Ten seconds, corners.
Yeah, you know, 7 wins and 4 losses to Reese Woods.
Seconds out. Round 3.
You know, as I say, Reese is a tough kid. After 4 defeats, you think some people would give it up or, you know, have second thoughts, but he's still in there, you know. He's ambitious as a young kid. He's 24 years of age. 26 years of age, sorry. And he's still ambitious.
I think this is a great start from Leon this round.
Yeah, he pulled his face a little bit there, Leon. I'm not sure.
Reese firing back.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think if it comes to grinding it out, I think Reese is going to have a little bit much better success. Leon needs to box him a little bit more. Ooh.
Great uppercut, left hook, Leon.
Yeah, he picked his shots well there. The left and the right, landed with both shots. Reese just got a little bit reckless, being a little bit wild with his shots. I think if Leon just waits a little bit and tries to work them counters in, I think he'd have a little bit more success. Just tuck up and move off, get off the ropes. I think he's playing right into Reese Wood's hands here.
Yeah. Needs to get off them ropes.
I think the boxing's gone out the window a little bit.
Yeah, it's just turned into a fight.
Yeah, both guys just toughing it out, which is entertaining, to say the least. Leon just can't quite get his jab off. He can't get that lead hand off to set anything up. Leon there, he just looks a bit hesitant to throw his shots in case he gets countered. I think Reese is just waiting for that counter. And Leon's just went a little bit too long.
Great shot by Leon.
Big right hand to finish the round by Entwhistle. But again, all the success there, I think, Reese Woods.
Yeah, I think Leon had a bit of success at the start. Reese took over a little bit towards the middle.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, again, I think I'll give Reese Woods the last couple of rounds. First round, a little bit unsure about. But I think it's Liam he's playing catch up at the moment now, so he needs to try and get himself organised a little bit. Obviously, he'll get some good advice from his head corner man, Johnny Kays.
10 seconds, corners.
You know, Johnny's got good experience himself. He should be able to settle Leon down a little bit.
Seconds out.
Have a little bit of a strategy.
Round 4.
I think he comes out quite well, doesn't he, Leon? This to start the round. He comes out quite settled and quite positive.
Yeah.
I think he just kind of loses his way a little bit, you know, towards the middle of the round, let's say. I think he just needs to steady himself a little bit.
Oh, good body shots by Reese.
Yeah, I think Leon's just hesitating a little bit, and Reese is just taking advantage of that. While Leon's not throwing the shots, Reese is. Leon's stepping into range, but he's not letting his hands go.
Yeah.
So he's a sitting target, basically.
Ooh, great shot, Leon.
Yeah, good exchange by both lads there. I think Reese Woods is having more success because he's throwing more.
Yeah.
I've said it previously. I've said it before in other fights and other shows we've had, that if you don't let your hands go, you're not going to score shots. You're not going to score points. The more you throw, the more chances you've got of landing and having a little bit more success. Can't afford to wait, you know, in these kind of fights, 4 rounds, 6 rounds, you can't afford to wait and hope your opponent slows down, you know, throughout the fight. The short fights, you've got to make it count with each round. Leon just doesn't seem to be able to get any rhythm in his work. Reese is just steady away. He's just, you know, as I said earlier, just kind of grinding it out. He's not making it hard work for himself. He's having a lot of success. Leon's just trying to pot shot, really. He's having the odd success. But again, for me, you know, another round for Reese.
Yeah, I'd give that one Reese too.
I think Leon needs to be careful. This fight's slipping away from him. He just needs to do a little bit more. He's just waiting at just a little bit too long. When he's in range, let your hands go. If he's not letting his hands go, that's when Reese is having his success. So both lads getting talking to by the corners. I'm sure they're both getting good advice. As I say, Johnny Kay's in Leon Entwhistle's corner. Ryan Bradley with Reese Woods.
Ten seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 5.
So round 5 of 6. Entwhistle in the red corner, Reese Woods in the blue. Definitely one of the better nights of boxing we've had.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it tonight.
Down here at the hideout. All the fights have all been well matched, very competitive. Some surprise results. Pretty sure some people would agree with some results, some people wouldn't, but you know, as I say, subjective. But here we are in this fight, penultimate round. And for me, I think I've got Reese Woods ahead. He's thrown his hands a lot more. He's having more success. He's landing more. Entwhistle just needs to get in his boxing. Good head movement there by Entwhistle. He needs to follow it up though. When he slips the shot, just have a little step over.
I think he needs to stay off them ropes as well. Good body shot.
Yeah, lovely body shot underneath there by Woods.
Slight dip in the hands by Leon.
Yeah, do you think he felt that one, yours? Because
he did, yeah.
His hand seemed a little bit low there, didn't he? He's anticipating another body shot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just waiting a little bit too long for me now. I think he needs to bite down and dig in a little bit. But a great performance so far by Rhys Woods. Ooh. Yeah, he's having a lot of success, isn't he, with those body shots, Woods. Entwhistle certainly looks like he's feeling it. So Woods finishing strong in the round. Again, for me, another round for Woods.
Yeah, I'd give that one Woods.
I don't think Entwhistle has much choice now, just to step on the gas a little bit. He does look a little bit, he looks like he's blown a bit, he's certainly feeling it. I just think he needs to just dig in, dig deep, go to the well.
Yeah.
Get his hands up, march forward and just let his hands go, basically. But at the moment, for me, I think you could give Leon Entwhistle the first round. As I say, it was a close round, but the last four have definitely gone to Rhys Woods in my opinion.
Definitely.
10 seconds, corners.
Aside from a silly mistake now from Woods, I think
Seconds out
he's
for
got
the
this one.
sixth and final round.
So Entwhistle's doing exactly what we wanted him to do. He seems to have come out strong.
Yeah.
He's looking to come forward, let his hands go.
He needs to stay away from them ropes.
So I think Rhys Woods has just kept his pace going all night, hasn't he, Joseph?
Yeah.
He's not took a step back. He's been consistent.
Very fit fighter.
Yeah, I think unless Entwhistle does something spectacular now, I think Rhys Woods will be quite happy with his performance.
Yeah.
And again, it's another learning fight, like you said earlier, Joseph. It was a fair play to Leon Entwhistle. He did step up to the plate to take on the experience of Rhys Woods. Sturtley's still going to the end. Both guys still want it. Woods is relentless.
Yeah, the fitness from Woods has been really impressive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, what a great fight that. A good 6 rounds. But you know, for me, I think there's only one clear winner there. He had to go to Reese Woods, but again, you know, we'll see what the referee scores it. I'm pretty sure I can't see him seeing anything different than me. Yeah, interesting, and you know, made up for Reese Woods. As I say, those 4 defeats, 4 stoppages, and here he is. He's still grinding away. You know, he's got a massive heart. He's a nice kid, and hopefully, you know, as I say, from that performance, I hope he gets a result and moves on and gets something bigger. Leon Entwhistle, you know, again, another nice kid. Hopefully he'll learn from this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please have a round of applause for both boxers. After 6 rounds of action, your referee David Mulholland scores the contest 59 points to 56 points for a winner, Reese Woods. And the appreciation please for Leon Entwhistle.
Yeah, great performance by Reese Woods. Made up for him again. Great learning experience from Leon Entwhistle. But what a fantastic night of boxing. Thanks everybody for tuning in to VIP Promotions. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Tune in. We'll be live again, same time at Raging Arena in Durham. Thanks very much for tuning in. Over and out.
Have a good night and Eid Mubarak to everybody.